What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of RGTP. I am your host, Lewis, and with me, as always, on this fine Wrestling Friday, my man, Mamba. Mamba, how we doing today?
I'm doing all right, bro. I'm doing all right.
Trying to get a little
How you doing?
situated here. Trying to get
Yeah.
situated because it is yet another pay-per-view weekend. Last Friday, we
Oh,
did
don't
our
even get me
full
started, bro.
gear. We're gonna jump
Regal
all into that
bastard.
next week, next Friday, when we hear what MJF has to say. But of course, when it comes down to WWE pay-per-views, there is one man that we like to bring in, the veteran of the squared circle, a friend of the show, Mr. Matt Trigger. Matt, how we doing today?
What's up, fellas? Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all your listeners
Happy
and your
Thanksgiving.
viewers. It's good to be back on the show, guys.
It is awesome to have you, Matt. What have you been working on lately, man? What's going on? What's going on in life?
Other than being really busy at work, started the daunting task of Christmas shopping for uh, a newly christened 5-year-old. My daughter turned 5 on Wednesday. So now all of her Christmas gifts, instead of them being something slight or, cheap, now everything is getting to be expensive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just been doing that. Been working on Charm City Heavyweights. We did our first giveaway, a Patrick Queen signed autograph,
Nice.
photo with the frame. Tonight we're doing our Ravens Jaguars show at 9:30 Eastern live on my Facebook and on my Twitter.
That's gonna be a wash.
And then we're doing a Tyus Bowser autograph giveaway starting tonight, and that will end Sunday night with the drawing going off right before we go live on Sunday for our post game show. So that's what I've been working on. Just kind of kicking the tires on some sponsorship opportunities.
Hey,
Nice.
that is awesome to hear. I'm so glad. But of course, Mamba, do you know what time it is?
It's War Games.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The men's war game has at least finished up, so that's a great place to start tonight. Friday, in a mere few hours, Bianca Belair says they are revealing the 5th and final member to the face team on the women's bracket. So let's start there. Any predictions on who will appear tonight? Matt, I'll start with you. What have you been hearing on your dirt sheets and out on the reports?
Becky. I've been hearing Becky. That makes sense. Seems like she's ready to come back. She's been training for it. I hope it is somebody. It would be cool if it was like they kind of like threw us for a curveball and it was somebody like Trish or maybe we get like a Beth Phoenix appearance or something, or something out of the ordinary. But all signs are pointing to Becky Lynch, at least in my opinion.
I'm always for Becky being in this match. It makes sense for what happened at SummerSlam. I want the curveball though, not a curveball like Matt had. I think Charlotte's gonna be their partner. I think they want to get some more film for the War Games, and Charlotte is one of the biggest faces for them. Obviously, Becky slots in obvious right there. I think Charlotte, though, she'll come back, they'll hear the noise or the music, and they'll pop for her. And then she can go back to doing whatever. Just when she bring her back as a face, because people are going to be happy to see her back, and then allow her to do whatever.
Somebody will be happy for her.
Yeah. And with it being on SmackDown, I feel like if it was going to be Becky, maybe do it on Raw, since that's where she had been. But it would make sense to have Becky in.
Not to deviate too far from the pay-per-view match, but over the last 18 months, with the absence of Bayley, with the absence of Charlotte, with the absence of Becky, it's been nice to see them kind of develop new talent outside of them three. And, we all know Sasha's eventually going to be back. So is Naomi. But it's been nice to not see those four crammed down our throats. Regardless of how we feel about them,
though, right? It could be Naomi.
I don't see it being Naomi without Sasha. I don't see it being Naomi without Sasha. They went on as tag champs together. They walked out together. They've been making appearances together.
Yeah.
So my thought process is whenever they're ready to come back, they're going to come back together. Now I can see them re-debuting at the Royal Rumble together.
Okay.
Fair enough. I am still going with Candice LeRae. I've been saying this for weeks now. Think
Yeah.
it's just about time that she pops back up. She kind of already had a little interaction with both of these teams in their early stages of their story. So I think there's most likely something brewing. I wouldn't want to see a heel turn here. I know that seems to be something that everyone thinks is going to happen when they had the interaction, her and Bailey. But my money is currently on Candice LeRae coming out tonight.
It'd be different. What about a returning Tegan Knox? She got turned on in a War Games by Dakota Kai. They bring her back and try and play a little head games with her, you know?
That's very interesting, honestly.
I like it.
Yeah,
Let's
like
get to the match itself. Team face obviously being led by Bianca, Asuka, Alexa, Mia Yim has now joined the fold, and obviously mystery partner who we'll find out tonight.
Yep.
Taking on Damage Control, Bailey, Io, Dakota, a crazy cross, and a firmly reinserted Rhea Ripley, which I would have thought this would have been a Survivor Series match that she would have been involved in, but nonetheless, they're gonna get more women involved in this War Games match. I feel like they could have looked for any other heels on the roster, but this will do. Any thoughts, Mamba? I'll start with you on who's gonna win.
It's tough, right? I feel like Bianca has a chance. Her team has a chance of winning it, but Bailey, she loses again to Bianca. It'd be, it's like, damn, And then will they pick both face teams to win? Like, that's another thought process into it. It usually doesn't happen.
I don't believe a face team's gonna win War Games at all.
Okay. I'm gonna pick Bailey's team, and I'm gonna have Nikki Cross pin Mia. Poor Mia.
I got Rhea Ripley getting the pin.
Okay.
To win. I think the women are gonna win. I mean, the heel women are gonna win for this match. I think it having them win pushes a lot of storylines forward instead of potentially closing them. So I believe that Rhea is going to get the pin. Honestly, it wouldn't shock me if it was Mia Yim that ate it, because her return with the club was kind of like flat, and I think they're going to kind of make her eat a couple big pinfalls before they push her again, because she did end up, asking for her release, and it was granted, and then she came back. So I still believe that there's some bones that got to be earned there, and maybe eating the pinfall in War Games might be it. But I believe Rhea's going to firmly reestablish herself as a top heel contender for the championship through this match. That's just where I'm at with that.
You had the stare down with Bianca as well. Build that up. Yep. I hear it. Lewis, what you thinking, bro?
I also have Rhea hitting a pin, but it is actually on Asuka.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
No.
Now we'll get into, does anyone think anything crazy is going to happen during this match?
I was going to ask who's going off the top. It's either going to be Io, or I was thinking Alexa with her Twisted Bliss.
I think it's going to be Io.
It usually is Io.
Because she's the safest with it.
Yep.
And she's the lightest out of all the competitors, with the exception of maybe Alexa.
I'm going with Alexa with the Twisted Bliss off the top.
I think this is where Alexa makes her heel turn.
Oh, okay.
I really believe that through the course of this match, she is going to revert back to the Wyatt 6 type of persona that she's been wanting to display. And I think we're going to kind of see the direction of that a little bit tonight. It's going to be a little bit of foreshadowing, especially if she has another promo where she's talking in an interview and the upside down buzzard appears again.
Moth? Is it a moth? Buzzard?
One of those.
I think it's a moth, right?
Whatever it is. It's the Bray Wyatt thing,
I also have Alexa turning here. Hence why I have Asuka eating the pin. She's gonna turn on her former tag team
I
partner
got you.
with the win. It's either her or it's gonna be Bianca, with the exception of potentially opening up a later on storyline where Bianca says, "Hey, I didn't forget about what you did," and then they'll be able to continue with that. But I'm in agreement with Matt. I believe Alexa is fully turning.
What causes her to turn? Like, does the logo appear during the match, right before? Like, she's the last one in the cage. It appears right beside her, and then she goes in, or
Yep.
okay, I can get
It's a
on
good
board
way
with that.
it's a good way to reestablish her completely.
Yep.
To where you can kind of elevate her up the card instead of her just being another woman or being mid card. If she has this turn and she has a dominant run in the match without affecting the outcome 100%, that might be a situation where you could see her. And this might be a match that elevates more than just one woman. It could be Rhea and Alexa.
I don't think she wants to hear you.
She thinks that she's a TV star now because she was in a commercial for the Turkey Bowl, which is a local football game.
Nice.
And she was in her school's commercial, so she's a movie star now. But,
What about the relationship with Nikki? My fault for cutting you off.
No,
Alexa
you're
and Nikki, does that play into the match at all?
I think they might foreshadow it a tiny bit as a means to get them some, like, screen time in terms of the battle. But I don't think it's going to go too far back into that. Because Triple H did a really good job of getting Nikki away from the superhero gimmick.
Yes.
Yeah. What if we get Doudrop? What if Doudrop? Where has she been at?
Honestly, a lot of people don't like her, but I think she's a really good wrestler.
Are you gonna come back to save Nikki?
No.
I don't think
the same way Kevin Owens
if we
coming
get a
to save
heel
Sammy.
Alexa, I wouldn't mind Alexa and Nikki reforming their tag team. I know it'd be like, you just put them back into a tag team, but I would be on board with them both being crazy.
If you're gonna add any women tag teams, bring Tegan back to pair with Candice or something, or elevate one of these NXT women's tag teams, because it seems like NXT's got a glutton of female competitors right now. Toxic Attraction's ready for that call up, honestly.
Yeah.
I hear it. Now the NXT women's division is being built up a lot better.
Any chance we have an NXT women's call up for the spot?
If there was one, it is would be crazy. So going to be Nikita Lyons.
No, it is not.
They are dying.
No, it is not.
They are dying to get her on the main roster. They tried until she got injured.
No, sir.
Okay, she didn't give a shit for the tag team titles. They threw her.
That's different.
If it wasn't for the fact that she got injured, they want to cram her into the main roster so bad.
They do.
She's too green. Think about
a multi-women's match where she's barely on the screen. All she got to do is her split a couple times, the crowd pops, and that's it.
The thing is, though, the casual fans are gonna turn on her when they realize she's not a great worker yet.
Yep.
She's all power and no grace right now.
The casual fan ain't watching NXT.
Indy would be a cool one.
That's what I'm saying. The casual fan's not watching NXT, so they're not going to really know who she is. I think they're going to put that fifth spot with somebody proven and somebody that's been on the main roster already. Now, when Nikita has mic presence and she doesn't look as green in the ring, then she's going to be on the main roster.
Give her about 4 years, bro.
I wouldn't even say 4. I would say 2024, she's ready to be up there. She might make an appearance in the Rumble. She might make an appearance, in a couple of like battle royals or whatever they might do as a filler. She's got the look. She's got the sex appeal. She's got all that going on. She's just not. A lot of her stuff still seems like she's like mentally. You can see it like working through her head. That with her kickboxing and martial arts background, she's like choreographing so much of her stuff because she doesn't want to really hit people. And you can kind of see she's got the athletic ability. She's got the look. She's got the gear. She's got the fans behind her, majority men. But, it's like she's just not there yet. I want her to be there, but she's not yet.
Matt is
And
all on board with Nikita, man.
I'm
He is
on board.
breaking her down right now. This is what she needs to work. No,
But I'm just saying as somebody that like really watches the product, you can tell she doesn't have much wrestling experience. She's not like an indie chick that's learning the WWE way. She is a former entertainer, performer, dancer, singer that's now learning how to be a wrestler. So you can see that it's there, but she hasn't put it all together yet.
Yes, sir. Okay, I hear it. Nikita Line, sorry, ain't making it.
That's
Too bad.
Horrible shout.
Let's.
Horrible.
I guess so. Let's continue on. We have a end, maybe, possibly, but it's gonna be an amazing match. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, and maybe the end. This is where AJ wants it to end. We'll see.
Yeah.
But Matt, I'll start with you. Who's coming out of this one with a win? Considering I was hoping this would have been at least a 4-on-4 Survivor Series. I know it would have been weird. The women not count? Do they? Whoever eats that? I don't know. But it's just I don't know what's going on.
I think Finn wins.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say it like this: they are playing the long game, establishing Finn, and I think giving Finn a marquee win over AJ elevates Judgment Day. AJ doesn't need it at this point in his career. AJ might get a nostalgia, like quick title run whenever that is, but right now Roman's dominating the game. So AJ doesn't really need this to be a credible threat to the championship picture. He's a high mid card guy regardless, but Finn needs this more than AJ. So I believe they're going to give Finn. It's going to be a hard fought victory, honestly. But those two are two of the best in ring performers they have in the company. So this might be the match of the night. You know,
these are two of the best in the world.
Yeah.
Easily, you put them with anybody in the world.
They're top 10. They're top 10 in the world right now. Yep. You know, and I think that if they want to make AJ a legitimate threat, and they kind of want to like go to the point where Priest and Dominic are going to be the tag guys, and you want to separate Finn as the singles competitor in the group, this is the win that kind of puts him out there.
You have Damian Priest reading for Black Panther roles. That's pretty cool, bro.
Yeah, they're going to start letting a little bit of their wrestlers kind of go into the Hollywood scene. Vince was very particular about who he let have auditions and stuff, but I think Hunter's a little bit more laid back and he's letting kind of people explore and do their thing. So that's
more cool. Exposure for your business is always good business.
Absolutely. You can write anybody off TV.
Yep.
And a decent storyline, you can write any of them off.
Hollywood. Is the way to get to Hollywood to be a WWE superstar now? Seems like it.
Slightly.
You get like the acting classes. I mean,
the Rock is the exception. Yeah. He's not the rule.
Give me Finn. I do agree. Finn needs this one. I've seen Triple H sees him as like a reclamation project is how the article I saw phrased it. I would love to see Finn Balor back main eventing our screens. He had a 1 day, not even 1 day. It was like 18, 20 hour title reign before he had to relinquish it. So tough.
The thing is, the only way I see Finn ever having another title run is if he gets it off of somebody that's not Roman Reigns. Because if you want to look at it from a logic standpoint, I know there's always a suspension of disbelief with wrestling. We all know that. All three of us know that. If Lesnar can't beat Reigns, and McIntyre can't beat Reigns, and Sheamus can't beat Reigns, they're all Goliath human beings. The last thing you're going to have is a 5'9", 175-pound Finn Balor.
That's why you don't have him come out as Finn Balor. You have him come out as Demon Balor.
Even as Demon, though, then that means all it takes is a 175-pound dude with a demon gimmick to beat somebody that's had a
how do
literal
you
2-year
rebuild a
title.
gimmick back up? How do you rebuild the gimmick back up? You have him take the
But they've
titles
stayed
off
away
of
from the
Man.
Demon he hasn't been the Demon in a couple years now.
Yeah.
It's not like the Demon comes out once every 6 months. It's been years now since we've seen
He's got to dig deep. The Judgment Day is going to bring it out of him.
I don't think Judgment. But the thing is, that's a completely different dark gimmick. So I don't see the only way I see him going back to the Demon is when Judgment Day ends.
I hear it.
Then that might be the time where the Demon, like if he has like a showdown with Priest or Dominic Mysterio down the line.
Oh my God!
Then
You got to bring out the demon form for Dominic Mysterio.
But I'm just saying,
they build him up to an.
Who knows where Dominic can be in a couple years?
Right.
If he's Eddie's son, then he'll be somewhere. But I'm in agreement on a 3 for 3 with Finn. I think this is the beginning of some big wins for him. He's gonna start picking up some big wins.
Royal Rumble winner?
I don't think
Cody.
Cody. But yeah,
Cody.
I think it's about time he's gonna start getting some wins. They're trying to get probably get Judgment Day back on track. They got to get some wins here. They got to get some wins. They're done with the Edge stuff. It looks like they might be done with the AJ stuff. What's going to be next? I don't know if they are going to do all this faction warring stuff. Are they going to split into the tags and the single?
Faction war, man.
How most of how they go the tag team and then the main single star. So it's about time wherever the push is going for him. It's about time to start getting it together because I'm still not fully sold on Judgment Day, man. I'm still not.
I hear it. But Rhea and Finn get wins in one night. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's how you establish it.
It's the start. Here we go. Let's get to the bathroom break match. Sorry to say this. Ronda Rousey defends her SmackDown Women's Championship against poor Shotzi. Ronda, and it's not even close. Shotzi's gonna try. And we're gonna cheer, and it's not gonna matter.
And then we're gonna wince, and we're gonna. Ooh,
this is gonna be a wash.
Yeah. It seems like they're building back to Charlotte versus Ronda. I think that's gonna be Ronda's next challenger. You might, if Charlotte doesn't come in the women's war game match, you might see her like kind of come out after the match is over to like kind of call her shot and reestablish herself at the top of one of those cards. I'll say this, and I know she's been kind of on the fringe of everything. How do you reestablish Shayna Baszler on TV for all these weeks where she's whooping everybody's ass and she's not in either match? It doesn't make sense to me because you have a legitimate badass. Like Shayna Baszler's a legitimate fighter and she's not in the championship match. I know she's friends with Ronda. But that sells itself right there.
Is she buds with Ronda? Or is she just like, yeah, I'll chill with you for now? Because there's been like some moments where it's like, I don't think she wanted to attack Natty. Like she showed a little reserve, but then did it.
If they don't bring Charlotte back, this is going to be the thing where Ronda pushes Baszler to be her old self and then Baszler comes for her.
Yep.
I mean, that's the only other logical booking for it. But when it comes to the women's title match, I think they're feeding Shotzi to Ronda. I think Ronda's pretty much, at this point, after Shotzi, she's ran through the entire roster.
Pretty close.
More or less.
Just about. In 2 runs, she's ran through almost everybody.
Will there be enough time to even go to the bathroom in this match?
I mean,
as long as you don't get down, you're good.
When you watch it, everything that Shotzi's been through, not putting her down, but like just going off of past, it feels like she has no chance. She got the roll up win on Shayna, like she got blessed with her win on Shayna. I feel like she's gonna get beat down by Ronda in the match, and then they're gonna jump her, and Raquel's coming out to make the save.
Most likely, that's probably with that. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's next for Ronda.
I think that'll happen at Royal Rumble, yeah.
A little bit of tag team action for a little while because it's not like she's gonna have Charlotte there who's been able to put on some solid matches with her. And then if the theme and trend for her matches this year, it's been good matches, but they've all been Extreme Rule matches or some sort of weapon-based matches. Like the one with Liv was more as all known for the controversial ending. Liv Tap didn't whatever, and then the
No, she
Extreme
did.
Rules match.
She
But
did.
it's not like Shotzi's gonna carry her through this match, and it's gonna look very pretty. So
Yeah, I mean, Shotzi at times needs help in the ring, so
it's not
that's
gonna
why
be
I
very
feel like
pretty.
it won't be a very long match.
Give it just a few minutes. I hear it.
Maybe like
Tiger,
an
go with your mama.
immediate armbar or something like that. Like I don't know. Next match though,
The
since we're
next
all in
match
agreement.
is a big time triple threat match for the United States Championship. Seth freaking Rollins defends against Bobby Lashley and the very mad, very pissed off, very much so a man, Austin Theory.
I don't know how Rollins loses this match. But at the same time, it would not surprise me if Rollins was to lose this match because I know Rollins can just build himself up from wherever he gets picked up off of.
I think Rollins wins. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mamba. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say I feel like Theory could use this more because of his promo he did, and just to go forward. But I have to agree with you. I don't think Rollins loses this match.
He can't for the simple fact that this is his first title defense on pay-per-view or premium live event, whatever they call it these days. As much as Seth doesn't need a title to be relevant, he's outside of Reigns, he might be their biggest attraction. The dude is so dynamic in the way he changes his character, and you can't help but respect the game. I mean, the dude, you've heard him I don't know if you ever listened to any of his interviews. He is so uncomfortable doing his gimmick that he does because he doesn't dress flashy in real life. He's pretty much turning up his personality to 20 and going out there with the gaudy outfits and the suits and all that. I respect him for
his hair.
Yeah,
his hair looks crazy.
I respect him for constantly evolving. Yep. But if there's anybody that could take the titles off of Reigns, it's Rollins. But until you're ready to do that, he's got to win he's got to win his first defense. The only way I see it going differently is if Riddle gets involved and costs him the title.
Oh, we're bringing Riddle back. Okay. That's interesting. Lewis?
Yeah.
Seth pins Bobby.
Oh, poor Bobby.
I don't think Bobby eats the pin, though. I think it's Theory that eats it.
Bobby's been looking really strong. He looks there like this might be a little bit of Mustafa Ali shenaniganry after everything he's been through because Bobby keeps kicking his ass. So that wouldn't really surprise me. But I think Bobby is going to be. I think he's all right if he eats a pin here. He's been built really strong. He's beating everybody's ass. He's calling his shots. He can say he took it to Lesnar because he did. I still hate the way that match ended at Crown Jewel, but I think he'll be all right.
That was perfect to me, honestly.
Yeah, I thought it was fine, to be honest.
Hated it. Absolutely hated it. I was so hyped that whole time. But I think Theory going forward is just going to now be built with that kind of John Cena ruthless aggression style, but sort of more so maintained outside of the one slap to Angle's face. I think Theory's going to go and hopefully carry that into a I don't give a shit, I'm going to beat everyone up heel mentality, and hopefully everyone can start realizing this kid's really damn good.
I think they've realized that.
He's this generation's Orton.
He has a good chance of being it.
If he can find a more devastating finisher and kind of get like a grizzled look to him, he's everything they want. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he can work in the ring. His finisher sucks. That's the only
booty.
I mean,
maybe he'll get the cutter when Orton hangs it up. You know how Owens does the stunner, Rollins does the pedigree. Maybe Theory gets one from a legend one day.
Honestly, I know
the leg drop.
I know people hate the whole gimmick infringement thing or like recycling things, but Theory could be a new legend killer.
Start with John Cena at WrestleMania,
or start with Orton.
Imagine I just saw he had like a fusion on his lower back or something like that, and they have no idea when he's coming back.
I mean, the dude carried the brand for a while. I mean,
Oh yeah,
Orton deserves the longest break. He whenever he feels like coming back, the dude's gold, and Riddle reinvigorated him. So, whenever he's ready to come back, that's going to be a huge pop
when
right
he
there.
comes back and attacks Riddle, bro, it's gonna be like, what are you doing, dude? It's gonna
that might be a Mania match next year.
Oh, that'd be so good.
That might be a Mania match next year for sure.
You drive me for Elias and pick up the bong. That's tough, man. That's
tough. Imagine.
What a feud. What a feud.
You didn't let me get a hit, bro.
He let Elias hit the bong. Fucking Riddle, man. Fucking Riddle.
That's awesome.
We are here. It is time for the main event. Men's War Game match. Of course, the Bloodline, led by the head of the table, Roman Reigns. The Usos. Sami Zayn, of course, and Solo Sikoa. I believe this is his first pay-per-view match also.
I love Solo. Dude's money.
Yes. They take on the team of the Brawling Brutes, of course, led by Sheamus, Ridge the Fridge, Pete Dunne, a Drew McIntyre. You don't like Ridge the Fridge?
Nah, I don't. I don't like that.
Whatever. And of course,
his expression, though, just like Lewis just looks so disappointed right there.
it was bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you know.
He stopped everything he was doing for a second.
Yep. It happens. Can't be 100%, right?
Trust me, it's gonna be something. But let's start with who gets the advantage, as tonight Sheamus and Drew McIntyre team up to take on the Usos in a tag team advantage match. Mamba, who's going in? Who's going in?
Sheamus and Drew are getting this win, and it's gonna be because of shenanigans happening outside the ring. Jay, Sammy, they cannot get it together, bro. And you've had the threats of everything. They can't. Even though they were, no more.
This is gonna be a good match. I believe I'm going with Mamba. I do believe that they the Brawling Brutes pull off the advantage. I'm honestly curious to see how this match goes because you've got 9 guys in that 10-man match that are absolute maulers. They are all power, no grace. Sami Zayn's the only one that's not really a brawler, and that's gonna be carnage. They picked a pretty damn good War Games because those dudes are just they might tear those rings down.
Oh, I have no doubt in my mind this is gonna be the match of the night.
Would you say a banger?
Yes.
I don't use that term for the simple fact that I fucking hate it.
Yes.
I don't say that for anything. Maybe that's just because I think that term is stupid. And it's been made popular by the fucking douchebag AEW fans. No offense, Mamba. You're not a douchebag.
Lewis is a fan too.
Well, I mean.
You look like a douchebag.
Who?
Mamba.
Oh, about to say.
We know you are a douchebag.
That sounded kind of personal for a second.
Nah, it's cool.
Now I know you guys are like, separated at birth twins.
Oh yeah.
Lewis getting the advantage.
I actually think this is gonna go to the Usos. I think the faces will start kind of getting the beat down early on throughout the duration.
Solo is a problem.
I think that'll be sort of the way that they build it. They're gonna get their ass kicked. Who's gonna come in at the end to sort of sway the tide? Maybe Drew, maybe probably Kevin Owens, if it is true that he is a little bit more banged up than is led to believe, considering he's been gone. Maybe it would be good to have him be the last entrant in general. So I'm picking the Usos to win the tag match.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Owens is the only one with War Games experience in this match.
Pete Dunne.
Yep.
Oh, Pete Dunne. Okay.
But not Butch, so it doesn't count.
I'm just saying, like, I remember Owens joined Undisputed Era.
Yep.
for
what a match.
that was a classic.
Oh yeah.
I wish they were still around for this because that would have been a perfect way to
Adam Cole versus Roman Reigns. Yes.
I mean, I know it's like David versus Goliath, but that would have been. Can you imagine Undisputed Era with Owens against them guys?
O'Reilly versus
Oh,
Solo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Bobby Fish and the
would've-
Usos, Fish and Cole and like that would have been, that's fancy booking. But I think this is where they establish Owens as Reigns' next potential threat.
again. Run it again.
I think that this should be a little bit different because you got the fact that Owens, since Mania of this past April, actually, but if you want to date it back to the last Royal Rumble, arguably Owens has perfected every single thing that they have given him. The Austin match, he gave Austin such a new life that Austin's now considering making yearly Mania appearances. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you gave Austin the itch to wrestle again, and then you go right into
good.
Right, and then you go right into the Elias
Ezekiel
storyline, and not only did you turn the comedic chops on, but you made that work, and then you transition right back into the prize fighter persona that you had in NXT into your main roster debut with John Cena. That
what a debut, bro!
I know.
Oh my gosh, what a debut!
He has done literally everything, and it's been seamless. He's done everything to a T, and it's been seamless. So if they can reestablish Owens for Reigns, if they don't have Cody take the titles off of him, it should be Owens, and that way you can kind of elevate new stars because Owens can carry the titles for you.
Oh yes,
he is that damn good. And I got Owens.
America.
I got Owens defending the titles every week. Owens would be that kind of champion, to me personally. But But I think this is where Owens firmly establishes himself as the main eventer again.
My heart's gonna break in this match.
Why is that?
Because Kevin Owens is getting the pinfall over Sami Zayn.
You think he's going to pin Sami Zayn?
I do. I think he's going to pin Sami, and then with everything that happens tonight with the shenanigans that I'm predicting, I think this is where Jay finally gets to Roman, and Roman starts questioning Sami Zayn's loyalty to the bloodline. Because it's like, oh, you let your best friend pin you in, like, the biggest match of the year so far for us?
I think that it might be something similar to that, but I think Jay eats the pinfall.
Oh, that man's gonna get released from the family, bro. He is screwed up too many times.
I think that's where you see the dissension. Maybe Jay eats a pinfall. Maybe Sami Zayn tries to hit the haluva kick on Owens and hits Jay, and then Jay gets the pin, gets pinned.
Okay,
but I think that there's going to be dissension amongst the ranks, but I don't think it's going to be Sami Zayn that eats the pin. I think it's going to be Jay because that's going to show disappointment from Roman towards Jay, and that's where you're going to see the infighting start. So
even more so.
Yeah.
It's been kind of held off for the time being with the Uzi stuff, but it is so ready to pop, bro.
And I think you give it time to simmer because there's no December pay-per-view.
Yep.
So this is the last pay-per-view of the calendar year. This is tonight or tomorrow night officially kicks off the road to Royal Rumble,
bro.
Which then kicks
Where's
off
the year gone?
I know.
We're already 10 weeks into football or 11. Oh my
God. You can do so much with the bloodline and have a lot of payoff at the Rumble, at the Elimination Chamber, in the Mania season.
Yep. And your winner, Lewis?
I have Solo Sikoa pinning Ridge the Fridge.
Yeah, well, I mean, with that nickname, he's definitely being the one taking the loss, bro.
I do not see the Bloodline walking out of a pay-per-view with a loss. I highly doubt it, regardless of what story they might be trying to tell.
I have a question for you guys, though. Where does Drew McIntyre go from here?
He's
To
lost
Raw.
in the house now.
To
He
Raw.
might just have to pick up his beef with Solo from Clash at the Castle.
And go back to NXT.
Nothing for him at the moment, unless he goes to Raw. But
I think AEW could use him.
Unless they're serious about a potential program with Gunther, there is truly nothing left for him to do.
I would love that.
I would love it too.
On the roster left for him because Sheamus just turned face and they literally just feuded heading into Clash. He already lost to Roman, and unless you're gonna bring back Jinder, there's no.
They're not.
You just moved Corbin.
They're
now that you've mentioned
heels on the SmackDown side for him.
Is Gunther not defending the title tomorrow night?
No, I don't believe so.
Why are they not putting the Intercontinental
IC title?
Isn't
that the World
IC
Cup thing?
title?
Yeah, it's a part of this World Cup storyline that they got going on.
They've only had one IC title defense on pay-per-view in the last 4 months.
Yeah.
That was Clash at the Castle. That was it.
Yep.
And I don't like how they had Gunther.
Yo.
I don't like how they made Gunther a pussy.
To Braun, bro. Oh my god. That was making me so
what are you
mad,
doing?
Bro.
Gunther doesn't run from anybody. That dude is a monster.
No. Walter doesn't run from anybody. Gunther, on the other hand, is a little sus right now. He's a little sus.
Bro, that made me so mad watching him literally get out of the ring to drop to nah, bro. No, that is not what I wanted to see from Gunther, bro.
He's gonna beat Braun's ass whenever they do that on a random ass Friday next month.
I hope so, because what they did, that was pitiful, man.
It was. I was literally looking like they got him running from Braun Strowman. Oh, and speaking of, I said Bray by accident.
No, it's okay.
They need to get him back in the ring.
I agree.
Okay, you did the White Rabbit thing for a couple months. He's back.
We're gonna be waiting.
You're pushing the Uncle Howdy. You're pushing the Uncle Howdy character. This man needs to get back in the ring. He needs to be. I have a feeling they're going to put him in the Rumble, or they're going to have him in a marquee match.
He'll be at the pay-per-view at the Rumble. I think he's not going to wrestle till then. I truly think
I think he'll wrestle in December.
I think he's going to.
He's got to, Mamba. He's got to.
I think he's going to continue to build up this whole weird ass thing that's going on.
It is pretty weird.
I don't think he's just going to have a random Friday night match, even if it's
with LA. I think it'll be with LA.
But the thing is, they're not going to bring Bray back to fight LA Knight.
Why not?
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly why you do it.
I think it's going to be something at the Rumble in January, and I think we're just going to continue these builds that's going on forward. Maybe LA Knight wrestles fucking Bo Dallas for all we know, but I don't think Bray's getting in the ring anytime soon.
Honestly, if they're smart, Bray is entrant number 1. And he goes
the distance.
He goes the distance.
He gets eliminated by Cody, man. Oh, don't give that to me, man.
Yeah,
I will hate Cody so much.
But the thing is, that's how you. The thing is, they've got to get these titles off of Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Even though he's having a historic run, and I think that the whole head of the table thing is fantastic. You need to get him involved with The Rock at Mania. You got to let them battle it out. They don't need the championship attached to that match. Like I said before on previous shows, if you do have them, have The Rock beat Reigns, retire the next night on Raw.
That's crazy.
Separate the titles and have a reset on the Raw after Mania. That's the only thing that you can possibly do in that situation.
Keep those men away from those titles.
Or what you do is, when Reign gets pinned, it's a triple threat match, and both guys have their arm on them, and you split the titles that way.
Hey, honestly, I could see them do something like that.
Right, but they've booked themselves into a corner where you don't know. Like this dude's approaching 900 days, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
moving. He's moving.
It's been over 2 years.
Yeah.
In modern times, it's unheard of.
Which is why it's great.
Yeah, I guess
It is. It shows that like, yeah, the wrestling fans, we do have like impatience when it comes to some, but like Roman Reigns and this bloodline, it gets the biggest pop.
But he's also not on TV every week.
I agree with
Which is
that.
why
You would like to see
that goes
more.
back to why the IC title is like never on pay-per-view, because it's the main TV title.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it's the main TV title and it's your workhorse title, why is it not being defended? And you're having your marquee people from SmackDown fighting for it.
They got the whole World Cup thing going on now.
Yeah.
They put Santos in it, Shinsuke,
Which
Braun,
I hope he wins. I hope
Sammy.
Santos wins.
But, so what? Santos can get destroyed by Gunther? No, thank you.
I don't care if it gets destroyed.
Mamba wants Legado versus Imperium. That's why we've had this conversation.
Well, we've had that already.
We haven't had it on the main roster.
We've seen Legado and Hit Row, but that didn't stop them from doing that shit again.
Hit Row. Here's the thing. I love Hit Row, like in theory, but they are severely missing. They miss Strickland so bad. Swerve is, even though I think Swerve's a douchebag,
he's so good.
He's so damn good, even though he's a douchebag.
That's why it makes him so good.
And I have an affinity for AJ Francis because he's from Baltimore.
Is that his real name?
Yeah, AJ Francis. That's Top Dollar or whatever his name is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, AJ Francis is his real name. He played football at the University of Maryland. He's from Baltimore. You know, so I have a soft spot for him, even though he might not be the greatest in the ring. And me and him are around the same age. We played high school ball in the same area. Yeah, so I just they're missing Swerve.
I saw that Hit Row's contracts
obvious.
Are all the same. Like they all expire at the same time. And something in me is just saying like it's gonna expire when Swerve's contract expires, and then it's gonna come all together again.
But the thing is, at that point, you're talking about 3 years from now.
Yep.
That's even if they're all still together.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be like,
I mean, this isn't the Vince McMahon 50-50 booking anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're that's a group that needs championship gold to be relevant because they're a side act right now.
Yeah, they got pushed to the side rather quickly in the
because you brought back Imperium together. You know, you had them broken up. You had
Masay and Mansoor.
That whole thing felt so
them,
bad.
Bro.
That was the last flaming bag of dog shit that Vince McMahon conjured up.
And you know what?
They're terrible.
It works. You think I get it's not like the best. And
I had high hopes for it when LA Knight was running it, and I lost all hope. I lost all hope.
Yeah, that's where you messed up, thinking there was going to be high hopes for this thing. I went in low expectations, and every time they're on my screen, they make me laugh. So I enjoy the maximum male model shit.
I feel bad for whatever Mace's real name is. He was such a big deal for like that one night that they had him on commentary and all that, and that was it. He was a big deal one time for a split second.
I wanted to ask you guys, what did you guys think of the AEW Full Gear?
I enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I actually watched it on like I didn't watch it live, but I watched it on one of the streaming sites. It wasn't that bad. I'm not, it's about goddamn time they made. It's about goddamn time they made MJF the champion.
I hate Regal, man. How dare he?
The only thing I'm questioning is why do you need a mouthpiece with MJF? That dude.
I don't think he is going to be a mouthpiece. I really like when I said it last week. When I look at Regal, it's why he looks like an advocate for a devil, right? Like the suit he wears, the way he talks, like he's mean. He gave the brass knuckles to him, Like he really feels like a devil's advocate. I think that's why it works.
No, I get
hate him for turning on Moxley, man. How dare he, man?
I really believe that the booking over their shows. Now, you guys know I am the ultimate AEW shit talker. You know, I don't sit there and make cliche like comments about their fans or nothing. A lot of their fans make it unbearable, but to me, it looks like a cut rate production on television. Like it just looks shitty. Almost everywhere they go, it looks shitty. But their booking of MJF as champion is reeking of desperation to get this whole CM Punk fiasco behind them.
Shit, I think he's coming back now.
I do too.
I with them doing everything they've done, it makes a lot of sense.
And with the Elite shitting on CM Punk in their promo, Punk's coming back. We all got worked. Everybody got worked.
You know, I feel like in the beginning though, like everybody
got worked at Mamba.
Like it was, but now it's just like if there were lawsuits or anything, there's no way they would be doing this stuff, right? Like they could just use that.
No lawsuits.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying.
No lawsuits.
Now that they're mocking him, I don't think there's no lawsuits. Punk, he can stay away from the championship, though. I'll tell you that.
Punk is coming back, and he's going right for MJF.
No, sir. He'd go right for Omega.
He might go for Omega eventually, but Punk is going to get his rematch because he never technically lost the championship.
He don't deserve that.
He doesn't deserve it.
He don't.
We all got worked into a shoot.
He can stay away, though.
Everybody
he can definitely
got
stay
worked
away, though.
Because Tony Khan might be the biggest fucking genius right now in professional wrestling when this all comes out that it was a whole fucking work. Because he's got everybody waiting for the next thing to happen.
So who bit Kenny's arm? Hey Kenny, come here real quick. We gotta bite your arm real quick. For what, dude?
If there's one dude I'm disappointed in the most, it is Kenny Omega.
Oh,
hold. Let me. I'm not gonna go down this rabbit hole, but let me put it to you this way: I was a huge Omega fan, and when he was running New Japan, and he was having those match of the years with Okada, and he was fighting Naito and all those guys. That's where Kenny had me. But ever since he got stateside, and he's been playing circle jerk with his buddies.
Yeah, just because you hate the Young Bucks, man, don't mean you need to bring the hatred to Omega.
It has nothing to do with my dislike for the Young Bucks.
It's a very tame word you used right there.
It is tame, but in the same breath, I think that Omega had so much more to offer the United States fans as opposed to what he gave New Japan is not what he gave AEW. And I wasn't expecting a 5-star Dave Meltzer match every single time, but you're the best. You're allowed as the best fucking wrestler in the world.
You hear that pop when they came out? Oh my gosh.
I'll give it to him. That's what you want for your company. That's what you want. The thing is, what he perceives himself to be and what he actually is now, unless injuries just took a severe toll on him, he's fallen off of a cliff in terms of in-ring production. And at the end of the day, we can love the characters, but it matters about the matches you put on in the ring. That's what keeps you coming back for more. And maybe we're all spoiled from the Kenny Omega we saw with Bullet Club and with the start of the Elite. Were. It might be a spoiling there, but that's just me personally, you know. I want him to get back to being the 5-star match machine that he claims he is.
The cleaner.
I hear it.
Yeah.
I respect it. I do.
I know you're getting ready to wrap, Lewis, but I think Wrestle Kingdom is going to be the first Forbidden Door event where you got wrestlers from every major brand under one roof wrestling, because apparently Machine Gun and Gallows are supposed to be at Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh shit!
Because Gallows or Machine Gun's still the never openweight champion.
Yep.
And apparently they're supposed to be there. Omega's supposed to be there, and
That's
then you got guys from Ring of Honor, and you got guys from New Japan, all under one roof. And shout out to New Japan for finally making a women's division. Holy shit!
Yes.
That only took 80 years.
Kyrie, congratulations!
Yes.
Congratulations!
Yes.
WWE fucked that up.
I think she just wanted to go back to Japan.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
don't think they really fucked it up.
But no, I mean, look at every Japan wrestler they got. They made it comfortable for him. Shinsuke is comfortable. Io's comfortable. Asuka's comfortable. You didn't make it comfortable for Kyrie, But hey, that's cool though.
Everybody works differently. Yeah, it worked out.
That championship's beautiful too. That New Japan makes the best championship belts in the entire game.
They got some good belts. They got
their old IGWP.
They got
that old belt was immaculate. I don't like the new one as much, but that old one's immaculate, man.
I like it. That is going to do it for us here. Thank you, Matt, yet again for tuning in. Coming through.
I love doing this with y'all.
We'll have to get you on at a random time, next month. Talk some wrestling. We might not have no pay-per-views till the Rumble. Day one's done. No TLC,
I like that concept
no
though.
Shenanigans.
Down since.
Yeah. It was all right. We'll see. Day one was where this all started.
Yep.
Saddest that it didn't we didn't see it come around. But that's gonna do it for us. Mamba, let the good folks at home know what they gotta do.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, notifications on. Have a great morning, evening, day, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you people.
Have a good one.